Hi. So let's do a quick analysis at the end of this day, and let's look at few of the stocks which really did good. One of them was about India. So definitely we can see over here that about had a good closing together with Coal India. A lot of long positions are getting added. We have to see if this has something to do with the result. Also, rain. This is a very typical consolidation. A nice dip. Going forward, it went towards 240. My target is 250 and especially 246 for tomorrow. Other than that, of course, National Alum is looking good. Tata Chem, we actually took the trade from 960 to 970. This was a quick half an hour trade, and this is definitely looking for going for 1000. And Balram Chini also, a very nice consolidation was happening at 450. There was a breakdown, and now again it's back to 450 levels. Other than that, of course, a few of the IT mid cap companies they also did good. So just like I traded LTI, LTTS, Coforge, and Naukri today. Together with that, also OFSS and Persistent over here, they both gave a good closing. Also, State SBI card also looks like it's going for the levels of 900. So this would be again a good trade. So similarly, Maruti is a nice rounding bottom and now going for 9,000, and it seems like there are a lot of positions which have been carried forward at the end of the day. So let's see how this behaves. In general, 9,000 is a psychological resistance, so we have to see how it moves. As I mentioned, LTTS, you can see it was a nice it came a nice dip came in, and I had earlier mentioned that this levels of 4300 for LTTS, and also in the Coforge, not Coforge, LTI also I mentioned 6000 to be a good SIP level for me, and that's where it came, and I added positions, and today there was a good move which came in. Other than that, of course, you have Cholafin closing at all-time high. Very nice. We have been tweeting about this one since the levels of 580 over here, and from this day onwards, you can see a lot of trades taken and a lot of good moves are coming. Um, Especially, we knew that this is going to break 650 because this is a very typical bullish triangle pattern. So whenever it broke, we took the trade, and then again it reversed, and this is on this particular day at night I posted a video saying that this trend is still intact because there was no volume participation, and so you can see, so for now 690 and 700 seems to be a good short-term target for the next week, at least for the coming for this as well as towards the end of the month, sorry, mid of the month. Other than that, of course, Hindalco was able to perform, and in Indigo also it had a good run. I don't know, maybe there's some corruption in the data. So in general, Indigo also was a good trade from 2200 to 2250. LTI exactly. So this was the day I was talking about. A nice dip came towards a 6030 levels, and from there today it closed at 6300 levels. So 5% up in just a matter of one session. So these were a few of the long trades. In general, the market is looking again good. So most of the stocks you can see there was a nice dip, and then there was this bullish patterns forming in all of these companies. So definitely going forward, there is a lot to expect, and we have to see how this is sustained at least till the expiry. That's on Thursday. So now let's have a quick look at the stocks which didn't do well. So HDFC is also trying to get some support at 2400. So I think 2400 would be a good SIP zone if you want. This is definitely looking as a good reversal candidate, and especially if heavyweights like HDFC are reversing. So definitely going forward, we can expect some good moves. Yesterday we discussed about 1850 target in Scots, and this was a good closing. Going forward, I would definitely have 1860 as a resistance for now. Let's see if it is able to move above 1860 for Escorts. Bata India, after the result, a nice downfall, is trying to consolidate. In general, 1800 would be something which I would be targeting. If it comes at 1800, then maybe I will try to analyze if there's some long positions getting added, then I would be entering the trade. Of course, other than that, now we are towards the end. So these are basically the companies which were not able to perform. IEX, it seems like there's some value buying happening at this levels of 220. So let's see. In general, 200 would be a good SIP level for me, and I would be adding some more of IEX at 200 levels. HDFC Life, ICICI Prudential Life. So as I said, stay away from this. I've been saying since last 2-3 days that stay away, after the budget, that stay away from this insurance companies. A lot of expectations were built for the budget, and since nothing much happened, so basically then people, so you can also see SBI Life over here. In general, these are very good companies, but these are long-term investment companies. So if you're looking for trading perspective, there's not much happening in the insurance sector for now. There was also SRF, which I was tracking in the morning. So let's have a quick look at SRF over here. So yesterday we talked about 2600, so it is inching towards it. It went towards the levels of 2595, just 5 rupees shy of our 2600 target, but in general this gave a good move. And at the end of the day, it seems like the positions were liquidated, and there's not much of positions which have been carried forward. Okay, one of the companies which are very good shorts are getting created is FSL, and definitely going forward 150 160 is a huge resistance. And at the end of the day, it seems like there are still some short positions which have been carried. Other than that, of course, you have GAIL, which is looking weak, together with, of course, IGL, MGL, and this was already known, and we have already discussed on these two companies on the weekend, where we knew that this is going to be a good shorting opportunity, and that's exactly what it happened. So from this particular day, that's on it was trading around about 840, and from there we have now 805% move came in just a matter of 2 days. Similarly for IGL also, it has these are very weak companies, and going forward, just for IGL, the immediate resistance is at the levels of 420. So these are very good trades in terms of you can do your options trade based on these concepts, and then towards the year. So if there's not much up move expected, and even if it continues lingering at these levels, still you would be making some money because of the time decay. So in general, GAIL together with IGL, MGL, these are looking weak. Godrej Consumer Products, it seems like it's trying to get some support at levels of 850. It went towards 929 over here on this particular day, and I talked about that when we made the video, and I said that on this particular day I was expecting some move, but it was unable to hold the levels of 920, where I booked out from 900 to 920 between these 2 days. And from there you can see why this was not able to why this was interesting trade, because going forward you can see it has corrected hugely and is now lingering at 850. Bank of Baroda at a 52-week high, nice consolidation is happening. So in general, if you look into the breadth of the market, it's not looking really bad for me. So all of the companies, most of them are not in definitely Nifty 50. So from Nifty 50 you can say, or from big names, BPCL, but these are all okay because there was some price of the crude, they actually decreased by some $2-3. So that's the main reason. But in general, if you look into all the laggards over here towards the ends of this screen, so other than Tata Steel, not much of or SBI Life, but these are all nicely consolidating. Similarly, Tata Steel high low, so it's absolutely not a problem as long as the levels of 1200 is not breached on a closing basis. So in general, the market looks really good to me, and definitely going forward, the main trading concepts would be more in focusing on the reversal candidates. Just like Ultrachem was a very good trade. I have carried some positions, and going forward I want to see some movement. Just like yesterday, we created 2 new positions. So one was in Asian Paint and another was in PVR. And if you look at PVR, we got a very good move today. Early in the morning here you can see, so this is the same consolidation which was happening, and in one of these days I discussed how 1600 is a very good place to make some positions. From there today it went towards the levels of 1660, it closed at 1650 levels. Going forward, definitely a target of 1700 is in the horizons for me. And the another one was Asian Paint, which I tweeted during market hour, and the reason was this nice consolidation breakdown, and again it's trying to reverse. So going forward, once it's able to break this level, especially this 3100 levels. So right now it went towards 3250 60 today from 3200 yesterday. So we got a good 60 points move, which corresponds to 2%, which is okay for one day. But And going forward, if as soon as the levels of 3100 will be breached, there can be a good move towards the levels of 3400. So in general, in fact, okay, there was another call which a friend of mine